Northam. He spoke to the government today, or the people who are protesting, and the Democrat Party is asking him to step down in Virginia, and he refuses to resign because he says that he is neither in the picture and he doesn't know how it got there. And he's going to continue to serve the government and win back their trust, even though he apologized for being in the picture or having the picture in his yearbook, and it's clearly racist. He admitted to that. But what I want people to understand is, look at this closely. Having the Democrat Party have the media, Fox News, not Fox News, but CNN, NBC, all of these have been running this thing about Donald Trump being a Ku Klux Klan member. And isn't it funny how they haven't shown you a picture of Donald Trump anywhere with blackface or Ku Klux Klan? Now, when you look at the origin of the Ku Klux Klan, they are from South Carolina. That's where it originated from. And they voted Democrat. Now, if you're an African American and you're voting Democrat, you need to be asking yourself, how did you get the vote in the same party as the Ku Klux Klan members? That's something you need to think about. And then when you think about that, how did you start voting like that? How did we all start voting like that? I was skeptical about voting because I didn't really understand voting in its entirety. So when I started government class in college, I then saw how the voting, the art of voting, the science of voting, I saw how it went. And I looked at the origin of both parties. Now, the Republican Party came after the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party has been here longer. And the Democrat Party is the party that's always ran the government. And clearly, this government has passed a lot of racist laws. And Republicans were out of government until after Woodrow Wilson. When Nixon came in, that's when the Republicans gained power back. They had no power because the Democrats were in office since the Dred Scott ruling. You know, so now this is eye-opening, because if you let the media tell you that one person is racist, ask yourself a question. Why are you allowing them to tell you who's racist and who's not? Let the evidence speak. And we got the evidence right now. Ralph Northam is sitting up here denying that he's in the picture, but he has evidence that it belongs to him. Now, if I'm in a car and me and you in a car and I get pulled over for some crack cocaine in my car and I say it's not mine, well, it's one of ours, or either both. So I'm going to say both of them is him, since he doesn't want to come out and tell us who it is. And then the person that told on him did it in anonymity, which means anonymous. So he refuses to step down. So I wonder what the citizens of Virginia are going to do now. What y'all elected the Democrats after all of these people on YouTube and in other places saying we don't need to vote these people in who are not doing anything. We had Obama for 8 years. He didn't do anything. The government was even worse when it came to locking up black folks and anybody else, citizens getting pulled over, being ticketed to death. All of that stuff went on the past 8 years. Now, Virginia citizens are behind because they haven't been paying attention clearly. Because when they voted in the primaries 2 months ago or a month ago in November, they were supposed to vote Republican. No, they voted Democrat. Now you had Nancy Pelosi, and she's holding up the government, holding the government hostage. Now you got Ralph Northam, who's clearly a racist. And then you had Hillary Clinton saying all black men look the same because she thought that Eric Holder and Colin Powell, somebody looked the same. She was trying to say, oh, they both look the same. You know, made a racist comment. But Hillary Clinton was the first one. In 2016 campaign, she was the first one that came out and said that Donald Trump was a racist, and everybody started taking that and running with it. That was Hillary Clinton's campaign. She ran on the fact that Donald Trump is a racist. And now the media is still running that, and now you have the whole country saying that he's a racist, but my eyeballs are looking at the Democrat Party and they got racist. This is why you should not judge. This is why the Bible says, do not judge because you shall be judged. And Ralph Northam is being judged. Tell me what you think about Ralph Northam and him not wanting to step down and saying he's not going to step down. And what is the next step that we Virginian citizens need to do? Do we need to go to court to get him out of office? What is the next step? Because he's refusing to step down. And this is Virginia citizens' fault for voting Democrat. This is you guys' fault. Now you really have a racist in office in government.